G'day YouTube, how's it going? This is David here, DCT Cool, your YouTube advocate for the month of October. Now, before I get into this video, I want to read out a couple of site changes made since the last site maintenance. The comment limit before the verification has been upped from 3 comments to 4 comments, which is sort of a little better. It's getting there. Still not that good, but it's good enough. And channel comments have had a huge redesign. YouTube have scrapped the view all comments external page in favor of some dynamic scripting that allows you to view channel comments from the actual channel itself without having to go to the next page. This sounds a little good, but it prevents you from actually going back to a specific page of channel comments. And I don't know how that will work out. But anyways, let's get on to this video. This is the YOURTubeAdvocate. In this edition of the YOURTubeAdvocate, we'll take a look at YouTube's official YouTube gatherings page, and following up from the last video, we'll take a look at the YouTube beta uploader. But first, the bug report. Okay, first issue that I've come across, there's a couple of people saying that they are being rerouted to countries that they currently do not reside in. I'm currently having this problem as well. I think the problem might have something to do with the email system. It seems with all the automated emails currently on my account anyways, that they are currently set to the UK YouTube website. Now, I don't know if this is the same problem with everyone else. I know this is the problem with me. I've noticed on the community help forums that there are a couple of people in the US that are also being redirected to the UK YouTube website. One person also said that someone from Canada is being redirected to the Japanese YouTube website. I need some feedback on this one, people. If you're having this problem, let me know. Let me know what country you're living in and what country you're being redirected to. And if it's a problem with your email settings or whenever you open up the YouTube homepage. Another issue that I've come across is that some of the bulletins are not showing up in all of your friends' bulletin pages. I've noticed this with a couple of people that I'm friends with. Sometimes it's a delayed response, sometimes they just don't show up at all. There have been a couple of posts like this on the community help forums as well, so YouTube, you might want to look into this one. It may be linked to the issue we've had in the past where subscriptions have not been showing up. It could have something to do with the fact that there are much more users using the site now, so whether or not it's a volume issue that YouTube can't cope with, who knows. I got an email during the week from someone who has been having issues with changing her description. Now, at the moment, she's got a very long description at the moment, and also a very long interest and hobby section, which she's continuing on her description in. Now, the problem is that she can't seem to change one or the other right now. They keep on saying that her description is way too long, which it is, by the way. But if she gets rid of one of them, it will still say her description is too long and she can't change it. Now, there seems to be a rather interesting conundrum here as to why the description so long, which used to work beforehand, but now it doesn't seem to. YouTube, are you trying to implement a cap on that too? This seems to be a rather unusual glitch right now, that she's unable to change anything because of her long thing, and you might want to really look into that. Now, as maybe you may know, recently there was a YouTube gathering going on in Nashville, Tennessee. And also, just a few days ago, YouTube recently announced YouTube Live, which, from my understanding, seems to be some sort of variety concert mixed with a YouTube gathering of some sorts. Now, it'd be great if we had some sort of information as to know where all these YouTube events were going on. But it turns out that YouTube actually does have an official channel for YouTube user gatherings called YouTube Gatherings. Now, I'm going to put a link over there into the description. YouTube never told us this information, so what good is having the information there if no one knows that the information is there in the first place? Now, I'm a little disappointed by this, YouTube. This channel was created in December of last year, but it only has 2 subscribers on it, myself included, and it only has about 180 channel views. Now, it seems right now, well, first of all, before you ask, how do you know it's a official YouTube channel? Well, I know it's an official YouTube channel by the fact that it has an oversized banner that YouTube seems to have with their official channels. There are currently no videos on this channel. It has a branding box of all the latest information of when the next YouTube gatherings are. Although most of the information seems to be out of date by the fact that it currently has the Bristol gathering in its autoplayer, which was last September, and that's also currently the next YouTube gathering on the list. Now, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go down to the channel first, go comment on it, subscribe to it, and also let YouTube know to get this channel off the ground and up and running. And if you can, make your own video about this YouTube channel and just pimp it out any way you can. Let's get as much support up for this channel as we can, because it's stupid that it should be just lying there, not being known to anyone in the public. If you're a big supporter of the YouTube gatherings, you'll want to have this channel up and running. We're huge supporters of the YouTube community. YouTube, why is this channel taking so long to get off the ground? I mean, if you want help from the YouTube community, you just ask. I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of people on the community that would want to help you guys out. So all you need to do is ask. That's what the community is all about. See this? Can you see me? Or very little of me? This is how much space YouTube has given us to write out a description for their new beta uploader. Now the whole point of the beta uploader is to write out a description whilst the video is uploading. Now, the whole concept in itself sounds like a great idea, but when you try to write a really long description with space this big as compared to something like, I don't know, this big, it gets a little tedious and isn't really ideal. So YouTube, I really want to implore you to revisit that, because the description right now, it's too small. With the last Advocate video, when I was writing out the description, it got very disoriented with working with only 3 lines of text. The beta uploader is also missing some important features. You can't change whether or not to turn on channel comments or ratings, and the video responses are set to approve only. I had to go back once the video was uploaded and set it to automatically approve. And YouTube partners can't enable revenue sharing. In order to get revenue sharing going first time around, you have to approve it before it's actually uploaded. And that's kind of a disoriented thing for them anyway. Although I can't say anything because I am a YouTube partner, but I barely use it. YouTube, the whole concept of this, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of this. That's better. The whole concept of this was to write out a description, especially for very long descriptions, whilst the video was uploading, and it saves a lot of time. But with only 3 lines of text, that's not very ideal, and this thing is clearly not ready to be distributed. It seems to be a rather growing trend that whenever YouTube releases a beta something, eventually they'll implement it as the main feature for that site, or for that section anyway. So YouTube, I want you to go back and actually probably take a look at adding the extra features from the original uploader before you go with the new beta uploaders, because it's kind of missing some stuff, if you know what I mean, obviously. Well, that's it for this edition of the YOURTubeAdvocate. Thank you so much for all your support. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a good time at SouthTube if you went there. And I'll see you all for the next YOURTubeAdvocate video. Remember, if you have any issues, don't be afraid to email me.